So my name is Barry. I'm the head of partnership for WorldFirst in Southeast Asia. All right. So I've actually I joined WorldFirst coming 2 years now. All right, and I've been in the payments industry for the past 15 years. Right. So I started out in American Express doing commercial payments, and then I joined UOB after that. All right. Following that, I joined another fintech. All right, in the education or cross-border payments. Right, called Flywire. Right, and then after that, I joined WorldFirst.
Nice. So how has the payment ecosystem evolved over time?
Oh man, it evolved very fast.
From
right?
Amex, you're from Amex era.
I know.
How has it changed over time? Maybe you can share with us a little bit.
I think the payment industry as a whole, has been very impacted by the fintechs. All right, so all the traditional payment providers or players in the industry, they have been kind of like monopolizing the markets, right? The industry itself was very much affected or impacted by fintechs, right? And the number of fintechs that grew, especially during I think quite a number of years ago, where there was a period of time where all the new solutions coming out, fintechs, right? All the investors investing in new solutions, right? I think those were the days where really impacted all the traditional banks, especially. All right, and even the banks themselves, all right, also acquire some of these
Of course,
fintechs companies.
they know.
Yes,
It's hard business, right?
precisely. Yeah, but again,
But it benefits us, business
is.
owners.
It is.
Right? It makes
Right.
it easier for us, cheaper
and
for us,
consumer
and
as well,
faster.
right?
Yeah.
So we enjoy. We actually benefit out of it. Yes. correct.
That is great. On the part of starting a business, right? Like, I mean, you work with so many entrepreneurs, in the services that you guys do, right? So what are the biggest struggles that some of them that are actually already in the grind, what would they face?
For the entrepreneurs themselves, I think a couple of things, right? Number one is definitely competition. All right, they have sellers, and the thing is this, right? They are all selling on Amazon.com. All right, and
Everyone's selling on the same platform.
precisely,
Yeah.
and these are sellers like from all over the world. All right, Amazon have global selling team in almost every country.
Yeah.
Right, to recruit sellers to sell on Amazon.com. All right, so competition is high, very high. Right, and when you are competing with sellers from, for example, from China, right, where they actually have a direct source, right, to the manufacturers, to the factories themselves, right, they can actually get goods cheaper price. Right, so these are really competition. So you got to be innovative, right? You got to take a couple of steps, right? Ahead of them, right? You need to think long term, right? In terms of how to brand your product, all right, in such a way whereby people know you for a certain niche. Right? So I guess it's finding your niche is also another area that they also have to really focus on, all right, and really think hard, right, before going into the business. And I would say cash flow as well, right?
How will you manage cash flow?
Precisely, right? So listen to Reggie's other podcasts.
Of course, they're already here. but about cash flow management as a business, do you have any things that you want to share with our audience a little bit?
So WorldFirst ourselves, right? We also have a lot of sellers, and the feedback that we hear from our sellers is that cash flow is an issue, and for these sellers, they may not need millions of dollars of loans, right? But they need short-term loans, short-term revolving loans, right? Short-term financing, right? They will help them to actually kind of like tide through the period whereby they need to buy goods, right, and then sell it on Amazon, right? So they kind of like need to cover that period of time, right? So that is important. And WorldFirst as one of the platform providers, right? We are the one-stop shop, right, for the sellers, right? We provide the ability for them to receive payments from Amazon. At the same time, also allows them to pay to China suppliers on 1688.com, right? Very easily. At the same time, we also have our digital bank that's providing financing, right? Called NX.
Right.
Correct,
Okay.
correct,
So then they provide the credit financing.
embedded onto the platform as well.
Okay.
Right? So they can actually apply for loan easily through our platform, right? Funds will be disbursed back into the WorldFirst platform, and then the sellers can use our platform to pay suppliers overseas. Right?
Are your rates more competitive?
Very much competitive.
Yeah, more competitive than the banks.
Oh yes, of course. Now the reason why WorldFirst existed is also to serve the underserved, right? The SMEs, right? That's kind of like, I would say, overcharged by banks.
He say
I used
one.
to be from banks
He
last.
say one, right? Yeah. But times have changed, right? That's why fintech is disrupting, right?
Correct.
Okay, fair. I get it. And also because you guys are the payment providers, right? So you got all these insights on the company. It's a lot easier for you to decide how much to loan them and all
Yes.
that, right? I think that is quite
Yes.
it's an interesting frontier lah for a lot of
Precisely.
business development.
Correct. Yeah, because we are able to we have
You can
visibility
better access,
on their
yes, on their
ins and
on
outs,
ins and
their
out,
cash
you
flow
know.
and stuff like.
Yeah.
Correct.
So from a risk parameter, is more
It's managed.
managed, so you can charge cheaper, something
Yes.
along that line, right?
Yes,
Okay,
yes.
okay, fair.
Lower risk to us.
Yeah,
in a sense.
okay, fair. So then I think for a lot of our listeners, right, we did a poll. We did a poll on our Instagram,
Okay.
and a lot of them, when they're thinking of starting an e-commerce, right, I think one of the struggles that they have is with like finding the product that fit. Right, finding a product that fit. Right, so all these that we talk about is all these business struggles. Those are real, right? But to even begin, right, you must find a product that fits the market. Right?
Yes.
So what is your take on that, or like, have you
Okay.
seen any entrepreneurs, any interesting stuff?
Yes, I actually, so yesterday during Amazon event, right, they actually have a session that talk about product research. Right. In fact, Amazon has wonderful tools within the Amazon Seller Central, right, that provide sellers with analytics, at the same time ability to actually compare products, right, and also I think it's consumer kind of like demands. What is the trend, the latest trends? All this information are already readily available and curated by Amazon, right? Based on I will assume based on the performance of the sales on Amazon itself, right? So there are already available tools that actually help sellers. There are already tools, and again, some of the gurus will also share some tips, right, on how to actually do your research, right, how to differentiate yourself among other competitors or other sellers, right. Interestingly, yesterday, right, somebody was mentioning to me that now there's this new platform called Temu, right? TEMU, right? So they are like your Pinduoduo, right? But they target the US market, right? Now, and we were comparing between Temu and Taobao, right? And so someone from China was telling me that people who sell on Temu, right, the product that you find on Temu are mainly product that come directly from the factory, right? Which means that as it is, right, there is no further innovation, right? So basically, you take from the factory, you sell it on Temu, all right, cheap price, and that is the business model. But if you notice, all right, the product that is you found on Taobao, so for example, a wine glass. So on Temu, you find exactly like what it is produced by the factory, right? But Taobao, right, they actually add on like design, for example, all right, coloring, right? Things like that, right? So it's actually more customized, right? It's more innovated in that sense, right? And then they are able to sell at a better price, all right? So again, it's still the same so-called ingredient, right? Which is just the wine glass, right? But it is how you find your niche, right? How you know your audience, your target consumer, right? And how you kind of like cater to them. So everybody, I guess you can find your own market, right? But just that you gotta really do your homework.
But any last things you want to add, that you think our audience will find it interesting?
If you're aspiring, sellers, get more information, right? Or do attend events like e-commerce expo, or other events, right? That's organized to get more information and then get the latest trend in the market, right? And of course, WorldFirst, being one of the payment provider partner of Amazon, we've been working with Amazon for many years already. In fact, we are one of the so-called pioneer in this space, that provide virtual bank account or virtual account, all right, for Amazon sellers to collect payment from Amazon and bring it back to their home country, all right. So there's a lot of solutions out there, all right. And doing business, to be honest, yes, there's a lot of competition, right. But again, there's also a lot of solutions out there to help you to run your business much easier, right. Yeah, do explore more, all right. Attend events like this, right, to really get yourself exposed.
Thanks.